You're listening to Bottom of the Glass, a podcast dedicated to movie reviews, sharp takes, and conversations best had over a drink. On each episode, we revisit films, breaking them down scene by scene until there's nothing left on the screen or in the glass. I'm your host, Chad Kelly, and
Co-host Miles Washington.
And today we're going to be breaking down some movie scenes. We're going to be doing some martial arts fight scenes from some of our favorite movies. We're each going to pick a scene. I think we both kind of know what the other is picking, but maybe not completely. Probably don't know if you remember, if I remember yours or you remember mine, but we're going to watch them on the screen in the back.
Here's a bit of a live reaction to, they're probably older movies now at this point, but just one good fight scene from, any kind of memorable movie, martial arts, or just action-oriented in general.
Yeah, and as we do that, we're each gonna kind of like be pausing it maybe a little bit here or there, talk about some of the stuff happens. So if we say the scene and you guys want to watch the scene as we're doing it, you can on a separate video or watch it after. Me and Miles, obviously, we said you guys know we both train MMA. I fought professionally. Miles is a kickboxing coach. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, about to be black belt. So we have some, I guess, expertise to a point. Obviously, like movie fights are a lot different.
Yeah, it always plays out differently. Always looks cool though, but so almost to the point where it's like you wish it would play out like that, but it just
So we'll probably kind of, as we do, we'll talk about some of the differences that you'll see in real fights, and movie scenes. So as we do that, like we always have a drink, because this is a podcast about having a drink, talking with your buddies. So today
we are going with the Johnny Walker Black Label. This was given to me by a gift by a coworker. The job I held previously. Shout out to Dennis, my man. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we're gonna be drinking on this one today, and you said just another review of conversations, just like stuff we talk about at random times. We'd be at a bar or something like that, So instead of getting out there on a Sunday, we decided, let's just give this a shot and have a good time doing this, and it's enjoyable. So
yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're gonna pour these real quick, everybody.
Yep.
I was gonna pour it, and then we're gonna get started. It's been a crazy week. Definitely. End of the weekend is here. It's Sunday right now as we're recording.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, there's the new Game of Thrones show out today, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Are you excited about that one?
I actually am.
Yeah, I re-listened to it. I have it's a audiobook. There's 3 stories. I think it's gonna be each season. The first season is the first one. It's called The Hedge Knight.
No, I might actually have to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, because I might have to re-sign up for like whatever streaming service it's on there.
Yeah, it's on. I just got it on audiobooks right on Apple for my phone. And,
I was talking about the show itself.
Oh yeah, for HBO.
But the audiobooks, man. I remember you telling me you listened to those. I was meant to, but I just never did.
Yeah, I re-listened to them this week, and the first one and the third one are just really good. So I'm really excited for this one.
And it's just solely for the night of the Seven Kingdoms, that story itself.
Yeah, it's gonna be mostly about this one guy. I mean, there's gonna be Targaryens in it. It's not really, if you haven't heard the story, I won't say anything else. But yeah, it's really good. There's no dragons because it's like before the Game of Thrones story, after House of Dragons. So all the dragons are gone. But yeah, it's really good. I'm excited to watch the episode tonight. I'm probably gonna do a review tonight, just a little review of episode 1. Post that sometime this week.
Yeah, I would like to see something like from the Game of Thrones world, but like pre everything, like, give us like all the like that heavy magic.
Yeah, I would love to see. I think would be really cool is if they did the start of the Targaryens, do like what is his name? Aegon the Conqueror story. He comes in with his sisters. He's got Valeria, whatever, the Dread, like the biggest dragon ever.
Yeah,
and pretty much dominated. That's how they won the Seven Kingdoms. So that would be cool. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna say cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, guys. Hope you have a drink too. All right. So we're gonna start with the movie that I'm picking. Miles gonna pull it up as I'm talking. So we're we're gonna do yeah, turn the volume down if you can. We're gonna do Kiss of the Dragon. It's a Jet Li movie. It's like a French Jet Li movie. It's filmed it's in Japan, in France. We're gonna do. There's a fight scene near the end of the movie where he fights. We call them the twins. It's these two like tall, or one like normal sized blonde guy, and there's another guy. They're not brothers really. There's just no way they don't look alike, but they have the same hairstyle and the same dress up. And there's one guy who's like way bigger. I did a little research and can't remember their names are like kind of hard to say. It's like they're each from a different country.
I think
But
yeah, one of them. I think the shorter guy's from France, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
He's
know.
he's like a Shogun black belt, and he was like I think it's like I forgot, international karate kickboxing or whatever. You know that league, IKK whatever. He's like a multiple champion, so he's won a bunch of titles. He's got really good kicks. You can see in the movie in the scene that we're gonna watch. He has really good kicks. Yeah. So I was gonna pull that up.
Alrighty.
Yeah, twins. Oh, you don't need to watch that. I can do that one. It's fine. Right there. Should be about 324. Yeah. This is interesting because like Jet Li is one of my it's him and Jackie Chan are right up there from like my favorite as a kid favorite action stars.
Yeah, same.
And this movie is like a sleeper. It's actually real. I love all the movies where Jet Li's just a badass.
Yeah, he definitely had more of the serious roles
Yeah,
than Jackie Chan did for sure. Like,
he has good swagger. So right away he walks in the hallway, and you got the smaller of the twins comes out, gives him the whole karate stance, and Jet Li just walks down the hallway, and it's
say, look, he's just not messing around.
yeah, and the big guy just comes up from behind him, so it's funny now. He's like, all right, I'm fighting both these dudes. And the big guy, he's big. I don't know how tall he is, but Jet Li's not a big dude, so he looks giant compared to Jet Li.
They both pulled like a ninja disappear, gone, look back and forth. It's like, man, where'd they go? They just scurried off.
Yeah, I know. Now they're gonna fight him through the freaking. It's like an office. It's like an office setting. So there's all the what are those called?
Glass
yeah,
cubicles.
Yeah, glass cubicles. Yeah, this guy's got great kicks. I mean, the unrealistic part is the way Jet Li blocks that for that one round kick, like kicking like the inside of the knee. I mean, I guess that could happen, but it'd be hard. And we definitely have some like flip kicks that are unrealistic, but it's fine. It's fun. Yeah, he blocks a kick with his foot. You see that? That'd be hard as hell to do.
Yeah. Let's do backflips instead of just moving onto the side.
Yeah. Nice kip up though. And he gets push kicked in the back. The big guy just throws like push kicks in this whole video. He just throws like push kicks.
Windows just to like add in a shot
And straight rights. Yeah, so now we got Jet Li. He's like on the ground and he's trying to wave this dude in. The dude does like a flip kick to him. And this is a good part because this Jet Li gets him into like the tight space in the cubicles where he can't throw his kicks the same way, which is realistic. If you're in a tight hallway, it's hard to throw these round kicks.
You think he would adjust to that? Though,
yeah, and now Jet Li just gonna box him up right here. He's gonna throw. He does like the fake left to the straight right 4 times in a row. It's funny because Jet Li's got. I always thought Jet Li for his kicks, but he outboxes him right here. Again, this is all, you know.
I guess that kind of makes sense too. I mean, when you use like one after the other, the guy was throwing no punches to set those kicks up. So
yeah,
that's kind of how you would.
Yeah, he throws like barely. I don't even throws. I haven't seen many punches yet thrown by him. He throws all kicks.
A couple of hands. The big guy's just chilling out. It's like when all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, just like,
bam. And so the way he kills this guy, he catches him, he throws him in the air, and the guy tries to do this flip kick again. He catches him, and he just like spikes him on his head. Which I mean, if you got spiked on your head, you can definitely die. So that's possible. Breaks his neck. Throws a few punches to this big. This guy's giant compared to him.
That's his hand on the glass. This is the first punch thrown by one of the bad guys.
Yeah, I had the reverb set, so I just fixed it. Yeah, he gets him on the ground and he's got his hands are all cut up in glass. And he does the double punch to the ear.
Now that is definitely that being that big much of effect, the broken glass.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
Man, I've had a couple recent bad runs with broken glass.
He just kills him by just breaking his neck with a kick or whatever. The big difference in this and like in real fighting is like in all the movies you're gonna see like all the punches are gonna be wide and all the kicks are like he's throwing a lot of spin kicks, a lot of things like that. It just makes the blocks and you know they can exaggerate the blocks, and the way they'll block the kicks in this movie, in these kind of movies, is they're blocking like with their arms out, which is
Oh boy.
unrealistic. I mean, I know from experience, I blocked a kick like this in sparring, and I broke this arm.
Oh,
So
great story, man. I was there for
always
that.
got to block kicks with everything in tight. Yeah, Miles
It
can
took
tell
it
you
like
the
a
story.
champ. Took it like a champ. I will say that. He finished his round sparring, and then he was like, "I think I broke my arm." I'm like, "Yo, you good? You need me to, like, take you to the hospital?" He's like, "No, no, I'm good. I'm good." And then a couple minutes later, he's like, "No, I think it's good. I think it's just bruised. I'll be all right." So we pack up, clean up the gym, head home. I get a text like maybe like 15 minutes later. He's like, "Yeah, man, I went to the ER. My fucking arm's broken."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was funny because it was the last round of it was a Friday night sparring. It was like the last round, and it was actually Joe, Rainbow Joe.
Rainbow Joe, shout out to
Yeah, shout out
Rainbow
to Rainbow
Desi.
Joe. So I hit him with like a good punch, and he has a little temper. I could see him like, and he threw us like a really hard kick, and we were just like kind of light sparring. So normally, in a real fight, I'd be a little bit more, but I kind of was here, and the kick was out there, and I just put my arm to it for some reason, and I just heard it break. And then right after, I had a wedding I had to go to, and I had a full arm cast, and I could barely. My jacket was
Yeah.
like perfectly. I could barely get my jacket on. It was like pulling it down. It was ridiculous,
Yeah.
but
It's not a good idea. I didn't break my arm, but I had a close call with it. I decided to block straight out like that one, like I was
yeah,
freaking Ryu and Street Fighter parrying or something. Think it'd be a good idea, and I immediately regretted that. I was like, "Yeah, that is definitely not the way to do it." This was like when I first started training and sparring.
yeah.
Eesh.
And in that movie, in that fight scene, like the way Jet Li he blocks multiple kicks with his foot, like he like is kicking out and like blocking the shin with the foot. I mean, there's just no way you're gonna do that.
At least not as
Honestly,
often as he does.
you'll probably really hurt your foot too. Your bottom of your foot is not the strongest thing. A
No.
lot of little bones in your foot is really weak. So that's why when you kick, unless you're hitting with like your heel, you're really and you can hit a little bit with your foot, but like you're kicking with your shin to any like hard kind of spot.
Right.
Kicking the head, the shin's gonna do a lot more. You can kick them in the chin with your foot, that'll work. It works, but you're not really aiming to hit people with your foot that much, unless it's your heel. Your heel's really hard. But even then, I've hit things hard with my heel. Your heel's every time you hit something, elbow, heel, whatever, it's hurting
It's
the next
hurting.
day.
Yeah. It's damage.
One thing you can see from that clip though is Jelly didn't fight, probably had no grapple, no jiu-jitsu, didn't have like a traditional kickboxing, but he is fast as shit. Like the way he throws his punches and kicks. I'm sure if it was something he wanted to do, he would have done good at it.
Yeah,
He's fast.
I
He's
think it was
quick.
also a product of the time type thing of what was like really going around back then, what was known. I think if you even look at some of the Chinese style martial arts now, when they were like teaching it like real style, it looks like they're just doing regular kickboxing drills and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. For
Whenever
sure.
you see, whenever I see that kind of movement and coordination, it's like, all right, that's probably fairly
Yeah.
legit.
I just always loved like I never did like traditional martial art when I was a kid, but I always wanted to.
I was, yeah,
I was always like, I would love to do like that and learn how to do some like weapon stuff. I'm really into like the sword stuff and like the bow staff stuff when I see that in movies.
yeah, I was to do,
And
I
to be
took,
good at everything. Those guys are like him, Jackie Chan, even Bruce Lee. These guys are like they're good with everything. Like, they
everything.
could throw in a movie, they could throw punches, they can throw kicks, they can use like a bow staff or a sword, and it's all
Yeah,
believable.
they had real skill, and I think
Yeah.
if you think that was what it was then, if you apply that kind of, like, training tenacity and, like, mindset that they had, it was them learning, like, today's, like, knowledge of, like, combat sports and, what we've learned is most effective over the years, it's like you they'd probably excel,
Yeah,
there's no
for
way,
sure, for sure. All right, Miles. Miles is gonna pick the next fight scene. He's gonna
Alright.
talk about it a little bit.
So the
But
next fight scene is, kind of, well, we'll play the full one because it's like a intro fight scene when he fights 2 different people. But then, the main part is, like, when he gets to the last guy after that. But,
all
we'll
right,
play the whole one here today because it's a pretty
all right. So which movie are we picking?
we are going with The Raid 2, Rama fighting, Hammer Girl, Baseball, Batman. Dude, that's the names too, they're vague with the names, so I guess the character names don't really matter because these movies were just, like, action fest on
Yeah,
action
Tony
fest.
Jaa is just amazing.
This was Iko Uwais,
Oh,
this
okay.
guy,
I'm
yeah.
thinking Tony Jaa. I don't know
Yeah,
why I get
yeah,
them.
very
It's
yeah,
Umbach. I'm
yeah,
getting
but
them
yeah,
mixed up.
easy to confuse. I think they kinda had that same appeal of crossing the old
Yeah, he's
traditional,
not
like,
doing real like Muay
style.
Thai stuff. He's doing. I've seen the Raid and Raid 2. Raid 2 is, I mean, it's top 5 martial arts movie. It's just great. I just like these kind of movies where it's like we don't need a crazy plot. We just need to see people like the fight choreography in these movies is
Yeah.
crazy. These and they have amazing
These ones
choreographers.
like next level idea. These obviously had to be inspired by like the old Jet Li movies and stuff like that. Um, Coming out previously, but just taking it to the next level with the action choreography where it's like just so well done, performed, and like obviously that makes it way more unbelievable, but still it's like no it's like just entertaining to watch on screen. Like if I want to watch a real fight, just
Yeah.
go
So
watch
right
a
now
real
we're
fight.
watching him. He just took out the dropped the baseball bat guy. Now he's fighting the hammer girl. The way he like trips them with his foot is almost like a jiu-jitsu kind of thing. It's somewhat possible. It's really hard, but if they're coming in like that, you could
Yeah.
definitely do it. He does a little bit of a hip throw right there. Some judo. I'm sure he trained in like everything a little bit at least.
And nowadays, I don't see how you couldn't, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. In movies when you see like if you're gonna see jiu-jitsu, judo, things like that in movies, it's gonna be like exaggerated, or different
Yeah.
because it's hard to do like a traditional thing in a
They make
movie.
it look like it. I think that's something that actually they're probably trying to, like, incorporate now. There is one movie that kinda does it. Maybe we'll save
Oh,
it for
right here, it
later.
almost kind of does like it kind of almost does like a omoplata kind of thing with his feet on her arm. And he
Oh,
just
yeah, you grab them
kills
with
her
the
with the
with their
hammer.
own hammer,
I
using
love it.
the other side to friggin' rip her
A nice
throat out.
push kick by the
Jesus.
bat guy and dodging the dodging the bat
He got
is
hit in the leg
crazy hard.
once, and it just knocks him down. That
Yeah.
probably would've
The way he catches the bat when he's on his ground and
yeah,
smashes his
this is it,
face.
right? This finish is
Oh my
brutal.
god. And he
Dude, and you
kills him
see
with the
this it
bat.
spins around the bat, it stays. It's like, "Wee."
And that's like so feels so realistic just because like the bat to the face is yeah, it's over. And the way the bat stays in when his head falls.
That's
I
brutal.
love it. That's
So,
so
the
great.
Raid movies, like, they definitely jumped up the brutality, like, you could say, like, Jet Li breaking that dude's neck and that last one's brutal, but that's just, like, enough. This is just n next level graphic where it's like, shit, I was like, "Oy."
And he comes right into the kitchen.
See, now this is the main part right here, and, like, I remember
What's this guy's name in the movie?
so
This
they just call him the assassin. I think he's in this movie, he doesn't have, like, a huge role, like, oh, well, not like, it doesn't have a huge role, but there's just not named. They just called him the assassin. I know his name is, like, Rama. He was, like, a police officer in the last one trying to survive. So it's funny. He just walks in here, and they all just look at both these guys, and they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna clear on out of here." Dude, this square off though is like the
yeah,
best
this is
part. It's
great.
so like you don't really it never works like this, but it's like the best thing ever.
I love how the best
The
thing in
foot
these
just
movies is
yeah.
nobody ever has their hands up, like, all the way, because in the movie, because these big blocks, they're here because 'cause they're blocking like this, and really, you're just gonna be here, and you're gonna be throwing these straight punches are getting through, but I don't care, I love it.
They square up and they get close and touch and they, kind of go across their game. It's like, it's like the gamesmanship of it. It's like
Yeah,
someone
but
just try to close distance and
it's
pressure in
it's
right
still
away, right?
great. I don't know who this guy is actor-wise, but I'm sure he's in a bunch of stuff, or like, stunts and all that, he's probably a stunt man.
Oh, trying to throw the low kick. He looked at it though first.
Yeah, sometimes all you can look at the low kick and throw the high kick, that works. It's
Like
a
the
good
thing
way
is,
to
the other
set
thing
it
I was
up.
the elbow work on that, like the
Yeah,
flying of the hand. That's one thing we always like was a big thing whenever we learned elbows was to have the
he
hand
does a
out and
good,
then turn it in,
good
so
turn and
get
sidekick
that
to,
elbow out.
like does a good turn and
That's a real
sidekick to
thing.
the was it spleen or whatever? Liver, not spleen, sorry. Spleen's the other side.
That was pretty cool. He kicked him in the throat in that one too. He
Yeah.
was on the ground. That was pretty cool.
The best part is whenever they go on the ground in these movies, they're just, like, kicking each other and hitting each other.
Another
The
thing,
one thing be cool in MMA is if, like, you could, like, you could do certain things on the ground that you used to be able to do, like knees to the head when you're on the ground would make jiu-jitsu and MMA
ooh, he's
way
laying
better.
out the jump,
Oh,
the
I
spinning
love the
kick.
spinning
Wait,
kick over the table.
you see
Flies
about
over the
that kick
table.
comment? That was pretty sick. Otherwise, he was lighting that dude up. That was
That's
realistic. Shit hits
realistic.
right there.
This is something I'm gonna throw something
I'm
at
gonna
you.
throw
That's
something at you.
realistic. If we're fighting to the death, I'm using I use a bottle. I'm using anything I can around the kitchen. There's so much weapons in the kitchen.
Dude, the kitchen would be like the worst place to
I know. I'd be like, dude,
especially a full kitchen like this.
I'd be
It's
like
like,
steak
how's no one
knives.
grabbed a knife yet?
I know. There's no one grabbed a knife yet.
Well,
Yeah, well, they're full out fighting. So,
see, and then that you get the foreshadow, and they're going right to that nice wine room with this big glass. It's like that's getting broken for
oh
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd say the fight would probably end after this leg
He's
right
now
here.
he's taking him out. He's
Right here.
double leg,
Yeah,
double leg
he
through the
messed
window.
up on that. They both
Yeah,
did.
that if you went through glass, definitely the guy going through it, and he's gonna be in real. It's way more. It's, in the movie they got those breakaway glass, but that is over. You're probably getting cut up like crazy, and it's gonna hurt.
Like, that's done. No one's moving after that.
When I was in funny
This is great
story,
too. See,
he
now he
pulls the
pulls the
knives
knives
out.
out, gets his leg.
Oh, right behind the knee. Yeah, that's over.
Yeah,
If that's
over
for
right
me,
there.
I'm done. I'm done. You cut behind my knee, dude. I'm not walking. He's still moving, like walking. I'd be on the ground or limping.
Yeah, it's superhuman, man.
Yeah, I love it. But I guess when you are adrenaline can take over, and especially when I'm sure it's even more when you're fighting for your life. Ooh, that one's close. I love how he pulls the arm into the elbow and the solar plexus.
Those knives are called crescent end. Those are cool.
Yeah, this is a crazy. I like that little. See how he does the little arm throw and then he re-throws them. That's cool. I love when they like mix in the throws, because they do in like even in like Chinese martial arts or whatever. They have like good throws. What's the martial art that like Kung Lee does?
Sanshao,
Yeah, they have like really cool throws.
One of them too.
They have some really cool throws.
They're similar. I don't know too much about it.
There's one kick throw that I use where you throw the kick, you catch it, and you slip the leg out with like a back kick to slip the leg out.
Okay.
I really like.
It teaches a lot of like the catching through and spinning out stuff like that.
Yeah, like more traditional Muay Thai. Those are easier to me. The other ones it's a little more complicated, I think, but sometimes they're cool. You can get good at them. The way he dodges the knife is great. He does a lot of stuff where he the main guy where he catches he uses his leg to like push their head and stuff. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, this is a great scene.
Don't zone out too much. It's hard to watch this kind of thing and talk because it's just such a cool, crazy scene.
It is.
Oh, he just got the knife from him. That was cool.
Ooh,
cut to the stomach. Nice little roll. I don't know how necessary the roll was, but it was cool.
This dude,
love the arm throw.
Yeah, he just threw him. He's still
knee to the head. It's over, and that's over in UFC.
That's a hard strike. Can you imagine? Hey, wait! I was a downed opponent.
I love how he slams his head on the thing. Yeah, there's like so many nice kick to the head.
There is when you watch.
It's almost hard to break all this down because it's just it's
so much going on.
It's
nonstop.
You have to, but I love. I'm just trying to pull out little things that he does because the way he dodges a knife is crazy. I love how both knives they catch with both knives right here.
Yeah, do it's like a bind or something.
He stabbed him so many times. They both got stabbed a bunch. They've only got beating the shit out of each other.
I'm pretty sure this is like the last actual physical fight in the movie.
Yeah,
so it makes sense that this is such like a.
Raid 1 is just like him going up the building, right? That's that one.
I do think I prefer the Raid 1. Like I think I do like that movie a little more.
Yeah. I like the story. I like the aspect in movies like these martial. Again, I'm not looking for plot in some of these movies.
He's clenching them too.
Yeah.
Stay close.
I like the idea of all right, I got to go from here to here, and I'm gonna be fighting someone on each floor, kind of thing,
Yeah.
It's almost like what's that? You remember that movie with Chris Evans? It's like a train movie. Snowpiercer. It's a good movie. But it's like each level is just like each part of the train is another thing.
Yeah.
Like that aspect, but just like full out fighting is kind of what Raid 1 is.
I want to say Raid 2, was a Korean director for that movie too.
Because Raid 2 starts in the prison, right? That's Raid 2.
No, Raid 2 starts just in the building.
Okay.
And try to go up and capture the drug kingpin guy.
All right, maybe I'm getting them mixed up. There's one of them is like a good prison fight scene. Yeah, that one was crazy. I love that movie.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
We're gonna watch one more. I got one more that I want to do. So we're gonna do Jackie Chan versus Benny the Jet. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Meals on Wheels, I think.
Yeah, Meals on Wheels. So I don't know if I've actually watched the full movie, but I've seen this fight scene.
I know I haven't seen the whole movie. I didn't even know it was called Meals on Wheels.
I may have. I've seen a lot of. I had a lot of Jackie Chan movies back in the day, and I watched. I think I used to rent. I used to go to when you used to go to the local movie store and rent movies. I used to rent like a new Jackie Chan movie every week. They were like $3, like or two something for like the old
Dude, that's when
ones.
you like didn't realize what dubbing was. So you're expecting. I've like my first time seeing Jackie Chan, it was his actual voice. So I'm expecting him to be talking
Yeah,
in
the
every
dubbing's
movie.
rough. Yeah,
But then you hear some of the dubbing. It's like, wait a minute, what? And it's like
yeah,
some guys Jackie Chan, some guy talking like this. It's
yeah.
like,
It'd be like, what are you doing? The mouth would move and then the
what are
voice
you
would go.
doing here? I don't know.
I don't need like in those movies. I'd rent them just for the fights. I was just like, all right, fight, fight, fight. I like
Yeah,
that one. I really liked like Rumble in the Bronx is probably
Rumble
my
in the Bronx is a
favorite.
great movie.
And even then, they dubbed like even like the guys who were like American looking in New York were dubbed. You know, like the main guy who was like the main American guy who was sort of kicking the bottles at him. That whole thing is dubbed, and it's like it
The
throws me
blonde guy,
off.
the 2J and the blonde guy. I remember Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo. Yeah, he gets killed.
The FBI.
All right, so watching Jackie Chan versus Benny the Jet. Benny the Jet is a amazing kickboxer. I think his record was like I was looking at it earlier. It was like 61 and 61 wins and 4 losses or something.
Let me go back. I'm gonna give a good appreciation for that real quick. He threw a spinning back kick while taking his jacket off.
Oh,
And
I
hit him with
love it. It's so cool. Yeah, he takes it off. Boom, hits him, and he's got amazing spinning back kicks.
He does. I actually saw a video about him teaching it. It was he was a little older about like heel direction and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where the heels point.
I really like that's like one of my favorite strikes. I really like the way he throws it. I like Joe Rogan teaches like really keep that knee up and get power, but I kind of like when I'm doing it where like my foot is kind of going up and then
kind of sneaking up and in.
It's not as much power, but it's like it's quicker.
It lands better. That's like if it lands harder, that's all that matters, you know.
And I usually because they're always when you're fighting righty versus righty, and they're circling to my left, so it's nice to throw the spinning back kick because they circle to the left.
When the back kick kind of comes up and in when you're swinging, they don't see it sneaks up.
Jackie Chan here is throwing a lot of the way he's throwing his jab is he's not doing a traditional boxing jab where you're kind of throwing it right in your face. He's throwing another jab, which you do see. It is a real technique that works, but he's throwing like a flick jab, which he gets blasted, but you can't throw multiple of those. But you can throw a couple of them. Oh yeah, I forgot there was like a sword fight in this.
I didn't even know there was. I gotta watch this whole movie, man. Like Sammo Hung's kinda
yeah, we have there's one clip that just shows the Jackie Chan and Benny the Jet fight, but it's fine. We'll watch this too. The guy's got so we're watching this part where this guy other guy's got a sword. What's this guy's name?
Sammo Hung.
All right, which one is he? I can't tell by his face. I don't know if I've seen this.
He's been in a bunch of movies. I think him and Jackie Chan have been in a couple different movies,
but
he was in a really good movie with Donnie Yen where he actually played the villain in that.
Oh, okay.
A different kind of ending too.
Oh, they both have swords, which is cool. Yeah, I don't remember this part at all, so I don't think I've seen this whole movie.
He was another one of the famous martial arts actors from those times too. Like, what's her name? Michelle Wu.
Yeah, Michelle Wu. Yeah. She was in.
I hope I'm not gonna.
She was in like that Everything Everywhere All at Once movie. Which was good, but it wasn't. I watched that movie,
I thought,
yeah, it's overrated.
I thought there was gonna be a lot more fighting. I thought it was gonna be a lot more action.
Yeah,
it didn't. It was just weird.
That movie, I took an edible when I watched that movie, and I'm not a big weed guy, so I took an edible, and that edible killed me. And at the end of the movie, I was like, I have no idea what's going on, and my mind is like, I'm thinking of like the craziest things. And then after, when I like sobered up next day, I was like, I don't remember what I watched.
I was like, look at the candles.
The spinning back kick that puts the candles out. You know how hard, or not spinning back kick, it's like a wheel kick.
Wheel kick. Yeah.
But you know how hard that is? Like, you ever try to punch candles out? Maybe we'll do that one episode. We can't try to punch it out. It's hard. And he actually does it, which is crazy.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I expected more martial arts action and less family drama, but definitely got more family drama.
Jackie Chan does a really good job at like always playing up like, that hurt. They do another movie together, I think, after this. I don't remember what it's called, but because Jackie Chan did this with him, and he's like, he liked it so much how good he was.
Yeah, so they like train together after or something like that.
Because even being like, even if you're a great fighter, doesn't always mean you're going to be really good in movies. But I do think like that kickboxing kind of style, like guys like the Benny the Jet, Rufus, not Duke, but his other guy, his brother. Duke's good too, but what was his brother's name? He was a champion too. Can't remember, but he had like that famous YouTube video where he fights like a really good Thai boxer, and he's beating the shit out of the guy, and then he ends up taking a bunch of leg kicks and losing. And that was kind of what got like even all the Rufus guys got really good at leg kicks, because in American kickboxing the one thing is you couldn't kick the leg. But you know, it was all high kicks, body kicks, and punches. But they do have like good boxing, and like you know, the range is just so much different in
Yeah.
straight boxing. Like
I
there's
think
a big difference.
I like the mixture of the both, like the kickboxing style and the Muay Thai style. You
Yeah,
know,
me
being
too.
able to do both, it's like it's versatile. Your striking. It's
And
just
that
like being able to do like jujitsu and wrestling to make you a very versatile
the
grappler.
Yeah, the part right there, if you can rewind that a little bit. The part right there where Jackie Chan hits like that wheel kick while he's striking. So Benny the Jet got his hands up, he's throwing, he does like a fake kick, throws another kick, and then he
Sweet.
throws like a body kick, and Jackie Chan dodges it and drops his head a little lower and throws like that wheel kick. That's really good athleticism. To be able to do that and the flexibility, it just shows that, like, you know, Jackie Chan got real fighting ability.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, he's not a fighter, but he picked the smart, picked an avenue where he can make a lot of money. But the stunts and all the choreography he done,
Throwing up a little grappler right there, trying to do some
yeah, they're doing a
Rufus
little
leg
like
type
it's
things.
almost like a backwards rape
Well, he
choke, and he
tickles him.
tickles him. I don't know if that would work in like when you're fighting. The tickling will bother me, but if I was just training, it would definitely fuck me up, mess me up. Sorry, just getting tickled in the middle of the fight. Uh, I've I've definitely taken people's back and tickled them. I'm just kidding. I haven't done that. I'm pretty sure if someone does that in the gym, you get kicked out of the gym. You start tickling, Mikey would be like, "What are you? All right, you're not coming here anymore.
Get out of here.
That's illegal here." Yeah, this whole scene is crazy. There's another one that he does, and I think the movie's called Gorgeous, and we talked about it last time. That fight scene is cool too. Oh yeah, they do the exaggeration where he hits him and he flies. But man, they do a good job with the makeup too. The bruising and stuff on the face is crazy looking. I've never seen anyone have bruising like that, you know,
Right.
and not be like super swelled up. You can tell it's like makeup,
The hematoma going.
because you'd have crazy hematoma. You rocked
Now
them.
you see that though, the chicken legs.
Yeah, chicken legs is real. I've done that. A little push kick. And you can see right here. See, all these punches are wide, which is somewhat realistic.
Yeah, at least he went to try to throw an
Ooh.
uppercut there.
Yeah. Hits him with the straight left though. Now he's a little bit of like a clinch kind of situation. The way he pushes him and moves out of the way, that's super realistic. That's like a good thing to do. And then Benny the Jet's doing a good job wrapping up there. Yeah, so he doesn't get hit. Now he's just kind of like covering. He's just covering, waiting to get hit, and throw the punch.
Throws a
He's
hard
still
punch.
hurt. I would say like your legs being jello. Ooh, the
jumping knee from
flying
Jackie
knee,
Chan. He jumps, he knees him in the face
and
just
catches his leg so he doesn't fall out the window.
Saves his life after hitting him with the.
Probably should have just let him go. Yeah, so now he's holding them, and there's some talking about. I don't know what they're saying, and he's bringing him back up. I think Benny's done. He is done.
You know, they're calling it there.
Yeah, that's a crazy good fight scene. I love that
fight scene. I actually gotta watch that full movie. I don't know what else happens right
Yeah,
after
I don't know what happens either. But all those movies they have, like, they just have such good. It's like whenever it's fight the whole movie, like I can watch that easily with no volume, just have it on in the background.
It's almost like cool to watch it with no volume, so you could just see what's going on. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool Jet Li movies that we can do like later. I really wanted to do. We're not gonna do it today. I really wanted to do the Romeo Must Die fight scene at the end, because I really like. There's really good wire work in that one too, which, you know, it's like, it's cool the way they mix in like everything plus the crazy wire work, which you don't see in Jackie Chan movies because he doesn't use wires.
No, he doesn't need
which
it.
is almost more. It's almost more badass, you know. But
they did that in Cradle
sometimes
to
it's
Grave,
cool.
too, the wire work. As a matter of fact, DMX hits a back.
DMX backflip
with the baggy jeans and
I love
coat and
DMX.
his boots, the Timberland boots.
Oh man, I love D. All right, I want to get a little more of this. All right, keep talking, Miles. What are you thinking? So lately, like for movies in 2026, there's a couple different like kind of action movies coming out. The new 28 Days Later just came out with Ray Fiennes. I heard that was actually really good. Ralph Fiennes. Sorry, Ray. Right.
Maybe Ralph. Whatever.
Here's a Ray Fiennes. I just don't know who that is.
I haven't. You know, that's one of those ones I haven't I don't know. I've seen them, and I'm just like, like they're good, but it's
I
like,
like the original one in the second one a lot, but I didn't watch the new one. So
yeah, I like those movies too. I'm just not like, I don't know. Some people are like really, really crazy about the overly like brutal like zombie or infected movies. I think they're good, but it's just like not
yeah,
exactly my favorite. But I'll go
well,
watch them.
let's do a little Marvel here because we're both me and Miles. I would say the
Yeah,
first two, whatever what do they call them? The first two like phases
phases.
of Marvel movies, I think it is, right? Because now are we on the third or fourth?
I I think we're past that. I think we might be on the fifth,
I
sixth
don't know.
or
The
something.
first up
Yeah, oh
until
god.
up until Endgame, pretty much, we would go see every Marvel movie like the opening weekend.
Yeah, I think yeah, yeah.
I know we saw like Ant-Man 1, 2, Infinity War, Endgame. We saw Ragnarok. We saw everything like right when they came out, and we were for the most part like liked everything
Yeah,
a
I liked
lot.
everything. It started to fade out. Like for me, honestly, it started to go like from downhill for Ragnarok. Actually, a lot of people liked Ragnarok, and
Yeah, I liked it, but I get what you're saying.
it's just a little too much like tongue in cheek comedy for like the situations that are going on. It's just like one of those things where it's like, man, are we just is it going to be a comedy, folks? What kind of movie are we watching here? Then everything had to be funny and like somebody cracking a joke, and it's like, oh, like, hey, this guy's coming to kill us all and
Yeah,
like
the
destroy the
world's gonna
universe,
end.
but
This lady's gonna kill us all, and the
uh,
world's gonna end.
all
And
my
yeah,
friends just got killed. But hey, I'm gonna crack jokes with the Hulk because let's get some laughs. So it's like, all right, I guess. But then they had Captain Marvel kind of just get shoehorned in there real
yeah,
quick.
that's my least favorite part of it all. I mean, it's not. Again, I gotta say this because we're doing a podcast and people think I don't have a problem with like cool, strong female characters, and I liked Brie Larson in 21 Jump Street. I just didn't in that movie in the Captain Marvel and then in Endgame. She just seemed like way too sure of herself. There was no like negative. She had never had like doubt and I don't know. I don't like this like
I honestly think that was by design
I don't like
because
these OP kind of things where you make this character so
the
powerful.
female action heroes. I mean, it's like that wasn't a new phenomenon. I know it was like a thing for the superhero movies being a new thing. It was like, oh no, we have women. But it's like there had always been like movies like that
Yeah,
centered around like action like females like and strong female characters in
yeah,
comic
yeah,
books. There just always has been.
yeah. And it's fine if you do it the right way. I just thought she was the weak, and I love Infinity War is one of my top like I would say 5 Marvel movies. It's
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
great.
Really good, and it has the humor, but it's like I don't, and even in that one they do a little too much with Thor. I just don't love when like Thor's humor in the first Thor was perfect
Yeah, it was
because
a
it
good
was like
balance.
it was funny, but it wasn't like
And
he
he was
wasn't trying to be funny.
in the end of the day, he was still a somewhat serious character too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I like that.
And then in the Love and Thunder was awful, and you really wasted Christian Bale, and even the design of him as
Or
Gore was
I haven't even actually seen that one.
yeah, that one's
Yeah.
really bad.
So
Um,
for me, I really what took me out was I thought Endgame. Personally, I was not a huge fan of Endgame.
Yeah. See, I really like Endgame. I really like the end and like the final fight and all that.
Final Fight is great, except
Um,
for like I mean, like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the women thing here, but
with the whole chick team up, yeah, it's
it's just so
shoehorned in.
unrealistic. It's like, you're gonna sit here and tell me that this whole fight, there's this point where all the women are just on that big giant battlefield grouped up
Yeah.
all at once. It's like, oh,
And
come
Captain
on.
Marvel, I agree with. I almost like we didn't need her yet. You
Yeah.
could do a better job and
It's
have
like they
her
should have,
later.
if they were gonna have her, they should have introduced her earlier or had her coming after if they wanted her to be such a big part of that
Yeah.
battle. Otherwise, it's just like it's kind of like, you have all these invested characters and this person that just came along out of nowhere. And it's like, oh, there's like the deciding factor in this fight now. It's like they've
Yeah.
had one whole movie after these years we've been watching all these characters and this story build up. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, okay,
For
yes.
sure. My problem with Endgame, I like the movie, but it's not like for me what everyone else thinks. My problem is that this became like the way they handled Hulk is what is like my
Yeah,
biggest is
yeah.
I mean Hulk's a, one of my favorite characters. I really like I love the Hulk. I like the whole like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde part of it. So this idea like now, I know they do this in the comics and stuff, but the idea like now he's a smart Hulk, but he's like a weaker Hulk, but then he's Bruce Banner and he's kind of funny and it's like all right, I hate this. And I think this is a big problem why like the next
More
phase
humor,
had
man.
problems. That's why they did like the She-Hulk and the She-Hulk was awful show. I couldn't even watch it because she's like, Hulk is just so lame now. And I'm like, ugh. But the one thing I am hopeful for the new ones, right? So I did like in the new phases. There's a few movies that I liked. Or the last phase, I should say. I liked Guardians 3. That was really good. It's not one of those ones where I can rewatch a bunch, but I thought it was good. Um, I think the first one, and so I think the second one is actually the best one, which is probably like it's probably like the most people wouldn't say that. Just like I think some of the movies in the older phases got better after some of the bad movies they did.
Mm,
Like I really like Age of Ultron. Like now it's way more rewatchable to me than Endgame.
yeah.
Um, Infinity War I think is still great. It's great, but
Yeah,
you
Infinity War
know,
sounds good. One thing I just like kind of like been seeing all sorts of stuff I haven't watched was that Marvel Zombies thing.
yeah, I didn't get
I didn't
so
see
into the
that.
animated
Yeah.
stuff. I haven't really got
The
into
What
it.
If stuff started out really cool, then it kind of got like, yeah.
Got too much, yeah.
But the Marvel Zombies, it looks like they picked up it because it's extremely violent. That's what I've
How do you
noticed.
feel about Shang-Chi? I actually liked Shang-Chi. I thought it was good. I didn't really love the whole at the end. I thought they did a little too much with the dragon and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
the
thought so
fights
as
in it
well.
was really cool,
Yeah, some of the fights are pretty cool.
especially like on the
I thought it was
train.
a decent movie, like
Yeah,
I
that one
thought
came out like early COVID or like so you didn't really get a big theater run.
could have it could have delved in the more traditional too, like a traditional Chinese style, but I think they wanted to kind of get away from that
Yeah,
because they even made fun of the Mandarin being like, the being named after a chicken dish or so. I
yeah.
forget the
Gotta get
exact
a little
word.
closer, Miles.
Oh, okay,
Thanks,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
I was starting to drift out on the volume. And I was like, I don't know if I'm hearing him. Yeah. What about how do you feel about? So, all right, let's talk a little about 2026. These new Marvel movies are coming out. So we do have Spider. I think all of the Spider-Mans have been really good.
Yeah, I think the Spider-Man movies have all been pretty great.
I mean, they're not. I don't know if anything will ever beat Spider-Man 2, the original Tobey Maguire for me. Tobey Maguire one for me.
That's definitely my favorite too.
I think it's the best. But I will say like the last one, where they brought Tobey Maguire, they brought in, Andrew, what's his name?
Garfield.
Garfield in, and I think he's actually like if you're taking like the three Spider-Mans, I think Garfield had like probably the most comic, somewhat accurate representation. They all do it, but just like the way he quipped with the characters, he did a really good job. It was just the writing in the second one,
Yeah,
and some of the writing in the first one is what kind of takes like where they're doing the crane or he's shooting from crane to crane, almost like a video game in that part.
yeah.
So that kind of like made that movie not. It was still good, but it wasn't. I was really excited for that second one, The Amazing Spider-Man. But yeah, I think all three of them actually have been great Spider-Man. I just think the movies are like Tobey Maguire had that really bad third one, which I think was a problem of like some writing stuff. They tried to add characters. The
Yeah.
original Sam Raimi, who did the first two.
And the Tom Holland ones have been good, but that last one was largely good because of the culmination of all the three Spider-Man
Yeah,
being
yeah.
there. They're
But he
trying
did
to
he does do a really good job in it of showing like some emotion. And they do kind of like now this new one comes out in July, I think. Yeah, no, July. They haven't showed a trailer yet. I'm excited to see a trailer.
I'm definitely gonna go see what's it gonna be called? Doomsday? This one, I think.
Doomsday, we're gonna get to that, yeah.
So Doctor Doom, one of my all-time, definitely probably my favorite all-time comic book villain, and
Yeah.
just one of my favorite villains in general.
They haven't done them in movies good at
But
all.
yeah, no, they never have, and I'm obviously not getting my hopes up in this one, even though I will go see it. The whole is it gonna be Robert Downey Jr. playing some kind of evil version of Tony Stark? Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that kind of thing has been explored in the comics, like, a couple times, I think, well, like, with the body swap type thing from Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark, and then Victor Von Doom doing the, infamous Iron Man where he has, like, an Iron Man type armor or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
never, like, really delved too far into those stories myself, I just know they kinda happen.
Yep.
So it's like, I'd say they're most likely gonna draw from those unless there's a storyline I don't know of, but,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna do it, but
All right, let's
I'm al oh,
yeah,
what's up?
sorry. No, no, go
No, I
for it.
was just saying I'm also just pumped to see, like, the people that are gonna be coming back, like, you're seeing a lot of the trailers now
Yeah.
saying,
I wanted to,
Steve Rogers will be back.
let's do a little more Spider-Man before we get to that because I want to get to that. I have a lot of things I
Oh,
want to say
gotcha,
about
alright,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry. So in the Spider-Man, this is the right now for like things that are going to be in the movie. They haven't shown a trailer. They've been showing more Doomsday stuff, which is weird, but I guess it's I think Spider-Man's always make money. So and all of them have been good. So I think they're gonna bring people no matter what. Some of
Yeah.
these main characters, Spider-Man, Batman for DC. Some of these characters are always gonna bring people into the theater.
Those two.
But yeah, Spider-Man in this movie, from what I know, is the Punisher is gonna be in it. John Berthal's Punisher. So I'm sure it's gonna be pictures of our team, so I'm sure they'll be a little bit different. But he's gonna be in it, and they're saying Hulk's gonna be in it. They're saying, from what I am hearing and from all of the videos I watched and rumors, it's going to be a regular Hulk. So somehow he's going to go back to a regular Hulk, which I think they've heard the complaints of the Smart Hulk, but they're going to bring back the regular Hulk. I hear some rumors online. There's rumors. Again, these are rumors, but sometimes when a lot of people complain about things, they do it. That eventually they want to do a World War Hulk movie, so they're going to try to fix the Hulk. So if they bring, I think Hulk and Spider-Man are great together. They were great in the comics together. Because much as you don't think of it, Spider-Man is one of the stronger of the Marvel heroes. He really is. Physically, his strength is crazy.
Well,
it's not his Hulk level, but
I will say this: his physical strength is like a lot higher than people think. But when it comes to terms of physical strength, he's actually, in the grand scheme of Marvel, he's not close to being the strongest, because there's
not close to being the strongest, but he's got
planets and stuff.
He's like, I'm talking about like just like the regular heroes, the Avengers heroes.
Yeah, he's like lifting he's like able to lift 10 tons.
Yeah, he's not as strong as Thor, but he's not as strong as Hulk. But he has a lot, like, he's like up there.
He's stronger.
He has good fights with Wolverine, and some of these other main guys.
Strength, like 10 ton, like lift the building,
Yeah.
Thing.
So how do you feel about? I mean, him and Punisher, it's interesting because they do have a lot of, it's like having the Punisher and having Hulk are two characters that have a lot of things with him in the comics. They have a lot of cool storylines. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. And then
how they
after
make it play out too.
The last movie, no one knows him now. The Hulk they don't know him.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see like if they bring back the regular Hulk, which is what we think.
I heard it might be a gray Hulk or something.
Yeah.
And then the girl from Stranger Things is in it too.
There are rumors that she could be. There's a couple different rumors, so I don't know. I was hearing Jean Grey, Hope Summers. I was also hearing she could be what's her name? What's Black Cat?
Felicia Hardy, I think her name was.
Yeah, so she could be Black Cat. I was hearing. So that'd be interesting to see. Oh shit, we're gonna run out. All right, keep going. I gotta plug this bad boy in, so just keep talking, Miles. About Spider-Man or whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. But yeah, Marvel. I think that last Spider-Man movie, what was it? Was No Way Home the last one? I think it was. That was a great movie, but I think that was also a culmination of the 3 Spider-Men there, delving into the Spider-Verse stuff of a recent.
Yes. All right, sorry about that, guys. We had a little technical difficulty, so if you're watching the video, I'm going to try to cut those together. If not, this is Bottom of the Glass podcast. So we were talking about Spider-Man. We kind of got on a little bit about Spider-Man. Now we're going to go a little more into Doomsday. So the one thing I want to say about Doomsday is the marketing. The marketing in Doomsday has been interesting because they showed a few different mini trailers, not even really trailers, but they did the Captain America one to show that he's back. They did Thor. What I liked about the Thor one a lot was that he seemed more serious in it. So maybe
I didn't see the Thor one.
The Thor one was good. It was just him at his thing. He at his where he was living, talking a little bit about his daughter. Now he's got it's kind of like.
Oh, he's a daughter now.
He's got the daughter from It Happened in Love and Thunder, right?
I guess I gotta watch that.
So, but he's like, all right, I gotta go one more battle, one more whatever. But he's seeming like now he just wants to be with her, almost like God of War a little bit. Kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
And then they have my favorite, which I think is yours too, is X-Men.
X-Men, yeah, that was
and
just crazy.
The X-Men one. I like, Cyclops is a favorite character of mine for always.
Yeah, Cyclops is he's one of those ones that has the reputations of like the Boy Scout superhero, like kind of like Superman and Captain America does. And then through the comics, I think because of that, they kind of they had him go through a different phase of even like a villainous type phase where he was almost like another Magneto type. But I think it's gonna have him come back as like hopefully the with the X-Men, what is it, 97 series that was on like Disney there. They should really want to showcase how badass he was and like bring him back to his like, so I hope that's what they kind of get him as. That's like I like seeing James Marsden's back as
I like that. I just liked the clip of at the end of the trailer where he's got the eyes just going, showing his power, showing how powerful he is. So I do think they're gonna. I mean, I do think Doomsday is gonna be. I think it's gonna be like I think most of these characters are dying because they want to bring in their own X-Men eventually. So they're using. I think they're using Doomsday and Secret War to kind of reset their world a little bit to bring in like I don't know, like these basic X-Men. Yeah, they have to.
And the whole reason why these characters, obviously most people know by now. So, I mean, most people that are really into it know that like there was like ownership of like different characters. I think for Marvel to stay alive in like the 90s, I believe it was, they sold rights to characters for like screen and movie rights to different movie studios. Different studios picked different characters that they wanted to make their movies out of because like I don't understand why I thought of like a shared universe in movies wasn't a thing back then. I don't understand since like it was already like even in the comics and the cartoons, it was always cool. Like in the Spider-Man cartoons or the X-Men cartoons, you'd see a crossover or like another superhero from like Marvel Comics, and like, oh wait, cool, Captain America's there, the Punisher's here. They have different characters cross over, and it was always really cool. So I don't understand why that was like never a thing in movies, but they sold all the rights to different places, and then once they made the MCU. They had like the base characters. They only had access to certain characters, which was the base Avengers, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man. Then they had some other characters going, but like the main ones they had to get back were Spider-Man and the X-Men. And Fantastic Four. Even though they can never, I haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie. I hear people say it was okay, but
I saw it. I saw it in theaters. I meant to bring my kid to see Superman. We saw that one. It was okay. I think that they did. I love Pedro Pascal in Game of Thrones. Thought he's okay as in Mandalorian, like at least the first season or first two seasons. Third season I couldn't watch. It was too. I cut out like an episode in. But I don't think he's a great. It's a writing thing for sure. But I don't think they wrote that. They didn't write Mr. Fantastic at all like he was in the comics. He's very like. I don't know exactly how to describe it. In the comics, he's very like, I mean, he's obviously super smart. He's super smart in this, but he's like he's a lot more of a leader and like sure of himself. And this was very, as a first movie, you can't have him be like this right away. Like he's already like doubtful and unsure and just it was off. And there's some cool action sequences in it, and I thought they actually did a good job with Galactus, but just having like it's a hard character to put on a show. It's a lot better than the other kind of Galactus we got in the old Fox Fantastic Four too.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
That one's rough, but it's not great, but it's not awful. But it's like it's a one-time watch for me. It's not a rewatchable one like some of the other Marvel movies. Like I can watch Civil War anytime.
Yeah,
Civil War or Winter Soldier. These movies are like just always good.
And now that you say that, like the one that I was most pumped to see was the X-Men reveal because of like what it implies.
Yeah.
But the one I was probably the happiest about was to see that Steve Rogers was coming back. Now, I've heard that he could be coming back as like an evil version of himself, which is like the Captain Hydra type thing.
Yeah.
But I hope it's the standard Captain America because I think I've always liked Captain America. He's never been like he was never one of my favorite Marvel characters back in the day, but I've always liked him. But after seeing like Chris Evans play him and that like the character,
he was
what they made is like he became my like favorite Avenger. I was like,
he was your favorite because we had real battles, verbal battles about Civil War. I'm Team Iron Man, and you know what I'm gonna say? Iron Man was like a character to me until Robert Downey Jr.
It's the same type of thing. Like the characters, I will say they had a long-standing history, but it brought life to a lot of these. Like a lot of the Avengers, like when people look back at the '90s, like the biggest Marvel characters were like singularly were like maybe you could say it was Spider-Man was number one for sure, then maybe the Hulk,
Wolverine,
and then Wolverine. Those three. Yeah. Because like people like Thor, but he wasn't like as popular as he was now. People liked Iron Man. Iron Man was a B-lister at that time. He had his
Yeah, yeah.
cartoon and
Oh
all
yeah,
that stuff,
yeah,
and nobody
yeah.
cared. Captain America was a B-lister, C-lister.
I liked Captain America as I was a kid. And you know what was funny? When I was a kid, I had like a Hawkeye. You know the pink, purple costume he had.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a Hawkeye action figure, and I just thought it was like Captain America. When I was like 8 years old. I was like, this is Captain America, like his B suit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I
Dick
found out it was
yeah.
Hawkeye, like, you know, when I was like 9 or 10 or something. I was like, this is
Bro,
Hawkeye.
there was a game I used to play. It was like a Sega game where it was like you could play as, I think it was Captain America, Vision, Hawkeye.
It was a Capcom versus whatever.
No, this was a side scroller one. I don't know which one it was.
Okay.
It was an Avengers one. I want to say maybe Black Widow was a playable character as well.
Yeah.
But I always played as Vision for some reason. I don't know, because it's like, oh yeah,
Vision's cool.
He looked cool, but I didn't even know like.
I think Vision was great in the first, his first showing in Ultron, and then afterwards he got like progressively worse.
Yeah.
As a character, they kind of like downgrade his
power. They had to, because they show him to be so powerful, and the power scaling is just so different in like the movies. It's like in comic books, it's like, okay, yeah, the powers are different, but you can still have like regular base humans going up against like superhumans and still living. Where it's like it's not as if you're gonna do that, you really have to set that tone of your universe. Like, you know,
that's true.
Otherwise, there's too many inconsistencies, you know.
Yeah, I really like I thought Jimmy Renner was great as Hawkeye. Even like that Hawkeye TV show, which is not good. It wasn't good, but I just like Hawkeye, so I was like, I'll watch this. It's like it's really for me like the side Avenger characters.
Hawkeye series there, I thought it was okay.
It was okay. I like Hawkeye and I like Bucky. Those are my two like side characters I really like. Actually, have you watched? Because I know you kind of got out a little bit of Marvel. Did you watch Thunderbolts?
No, I didn't. But
Thunderbolts is actually really good.
Yeah,
I actually finally I didn't see it in theaters because I was like you. I was kind of like ugh, but it was actually really good. It was fun. Yeah. I liked. I like even the what's her name? The girl who plays Black Widow's sister, Elena.
Elena. Like
even her, she was really good in it. And then what's his name? The Bob, who was what's the character's name? Super powerful, probably the strongest.
Oh, Sentry.
It was actually really good. It was the Void was crazy. It was actually really good. It was not, it almost felt a little bit like it was made for the small screen, but it was good. And they actually lost money, but I think it was actually like one of the better of the new Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So,
Sentry's an interesting character.
Yeah. So it does make me think like, all right, maybe, and then. So I've done a little bit of like kind of research. I watched other podcasters talk about who've like read the whole script of Doomsday, and a couple of them are guys who are just gonna say it's great, probably no matter what.
Yeah.
But a couple of them are like not. At least one of them was definitely he's pretty honest. Mm-hmm. He said at least like the script is great.
Okay.
It's great.
Well, that's good.
And he's a guy who didn't like Thor: Love and Thunder. It was pretty hard on it, so it makes me feel good. He has some kind of realization. He's maybe not as hard on Marvel as we are, but he's like, I hate that movie. It's one of the worst. And I'm not gonna say people's names, but because they're huge channels. But from what they, I think Marvel is, from what I'm hearing, a lot of people have got the script. So I do think Marvel is purposely leaking this script to these people because they know the script is really good
to get the buzz going.
So, and that's also why they did the trailers. Like they did these little mini things, right? And I think they'll probably do a full trailer in February when they have the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
they'll probably do a regular trailer. But the reason why they're doing all this early is because they know the script is good. So, and they know they have to win people back.
Yeah,
they know the last phase that wasn't good because they had movies that lost money, which is unheard of in Marvel. Even like Ant-Man, who was a side character. Those movies like made money, you know what I mean? 1 and 2, and the third one was so bad.
Wait, there was 3 Ant-Man movies.
There was 3 Ant-Man movies. The third one was really bad.
Yeah,
that's when they
still. One was with Ghost. Yeah, there was 3 of them.
Yeah, the third one was terrible. Was terrible. So that movie did not do good at all because it just wasn't a good movie. And it's almost like you kind of have to keep Ant-Man, if you're gonna have a movie with him, you gotta have to have a smaller stories, in my opinion.
See, the thing I worry about with these things too is like some of these things they're showing with these new characters, like in the Doomsday stuff and like that too, is they're showing like these characters, but like are they gonna be like little glimpses and like the characters get like killed real quick, like in when they showed Black Bolt and all of them in the
Yeah,
Doctor
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Strange movie.
Well, I do think that they are not going to. Most of these characters aren't going to live the movie.
Yeah, I don't.
And
think
maybe
so
they'll make it
either.
to Secret Wars, but if they're doing the Secret Wars, apparently they're already filming, right? I think they're already filming the Secret Wars, so I think
I would hope so.
they're filming them together or something. I kind of like what they did Infinity War and Endgame. I do think that it is going to be a end of the Marvel that we know, which might be a good thing at this point.
Yeah.
And I think also getting away from the time stuff. I think I get it. You have to kind of do this to get because they got into this time stuff.
That was my biggest problem.
Which is a problem with the movies. Even in Endgame, it's like, all right, the times. They went back. It's like that whole thing.
Because once you have it on the table, it's always there, and it's just like, well, then they have to retroactively find a way around it. It's like,
and even then, I didn't love like the way like Thanos ended in that movie.
Yeah, I don't either.
But
it's like the main villain was even the one that they fought the last.
That was
one.
the last
kill
one.
Him when he's all weak at the beginning, and then it's like a new Thanos from a different time. It's like this. I don't know. I thought that was.
Yeah, I didn't like that. If it would have ended like that, and then the next movies were great, I would probably have been okay with it. But from what I'm hearing from these people who have read the script and done all that, are saying this is more of a sequel to Endgame than to any of the other movies. So it's like a almost straight sequel to Endgame.
Good, maybe
which is kind of good to hear. As someone who likes, we're comic book fans, and you probably more than me. This is in the knowledge wise, definitely more than me. I had comics as a kid. I had a lot of comics, but it was always like assorted. I never like got to pick them.
Yeah,
I would just buy them from.
That's another big point too. It's like when we were like that age too. It's like getting those comic books. It's like we weren't working and having jobs. We relied on our parents, and they either had money for it or you don't. But there was like a lot. There was probably no way for a kid to keep up with literally every single issue of every story. There's literally millions of books out there.
Yeah, I had a limited budget. I had 7 sisters and a brother, so I had a limited budget. So my comics were always bought at like we would go to, we call it Rieta Ranch. So it was like what would you call that? Like a
flea market.
Flea market. So we go to the flea market, and I would buy comics at the flea market. So that's kind of where, and then I sold them all. I had like 50, and I sold them all like the end of high school ish. I went to the flea market and I sold them all, and then I got married, and then I bought like fucking 30 of them. But I'm thinking I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy some more. I like to have the idea of having comics. It's cool.
That's the thing, is like people go back to like comic lore and all that stuff. Like the characters are written so differently, so personality of characters changes, power levels change.
Yeah, power levels change all the time.
That's the thing, like that the character Sentry for he was just like and then he's like one of those characters like then you could tell which characters were brought on just to be like, oh, the extremely powerful threat. How are they gonna get past this one? That's why you have so many reality warpers. Oh, they can change whatever reality around them. It's like, okay, well,
exactly.
You start to see a lot of that stuff. That's why the Sentry and the Void and all that was like, it was interesting to see how they were going to handle that on the screen. I still got to watch that movie because I'd seen that in like the comic books and how powerful the characters are, and like you'll see people like debate which character's stronger, and I was like, oh, Sentry, the Void, and all this other stuff. Like Marvel definitely leans into a lot of, I mean, they all do, but I think like Marvel just does it differently, and they lean into like that ultra reality warping, extremely powerful characters.
Yeah, but I'm hoping after Secret Wars, which I've been less than you, but I've like slowly gone out of Marvel. I've been more in the middle where I was like, I trust it, because so many movies were so good. They had a couple of misses that were like, even the misses, when I look back at them, I'm like, they weren't that bad. It's like Iron Man 2.
That's part of the fatigue.
Iron Man 3 was like, I thought it was a good movie, but I hated the Mandarin part of it. But like these movies are still good movies in a whole. You know what I mean? Like Iron Man 2 or I should say Thor 2, I thought I hated they put a new character. Like you have so many characters to choose from, but still if I look at that movie, I'm like, it's not awful. It's not great. It's not like the one I'm gonna ever rewatch.
I don't mind Thor 2. I don't know why that movie got as much hate as it did.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was just because you made a whole new thing. You made a whole new character. You have so many cool characters to choose from.
Yeah,
that's just my problem with that movie. Like, why can't you just do a character we know?
Yeah, because there's so many characters, and it's like you don't even have to like have things. Like sometimes I feel like they get every single character. I feel like the X-Men movies from Fox suffer from that. They
Yeah,
try
for
to
sure,
jam-pack
for sure.
characters in there.
I will say I love. I should say X2. We did a top, which we will do. We do a top 10 like favorite superhero movies. I'm probably putting X2 and Future Days of Past in there. And let me just tell you, Future Days of Past, that storyline, especially like in the comics and the animated, even they did a little bit in the animated version.
Definitely one of the more popular.
90,
for sure.
what was that? 90 like, what was the animated version called? It was X-Men, right?
X-Men, yeah, X-Men animated.
But it wasn't like 90. It was like 94 or something. It came out
97 is like the name of the new series.
the new one, but the other one came out like came
Yeah,
out
like
around
94.
97. It came
Yeah.
out around 97,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the original X-Men animated version was my like second favorite cartoon as a kid, or no, it was in the top 3. I don't know if I had a favorite, but it was always the Batman original animated, the Spider-Man original animated, and then that. Those 3 were like my childhood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those like for superhero shit. That was like the 3 that I loved. And then we can get into like, I love Jackie Chan animated series as a kid.
That series was great, man.
The what was it,
The Talisman.
Talismans. I love those. I love that. At least the first season.
It was Talismans, then it was like some different artifacts, then it was like the Oni masks.
The Oni mask, yeah. I think the first like season was the best of all of them, but they were all good.
I enjoyed all.
Just I loved them. I loved that. And then him and Jade and the old dude was great.
Uncle.
Yeah, Uncle.
Oh yeah, it's Uncle Toru.
So I still do just like everybody else, like this. It's a different world now because we don't have like live TV the same way we did then. But for me then, I'm sure it was like Saturday morning. It was like, all right, I gotta watch Jackie Chan. I gotta watch. It was like a Pokemon or some shit.
yeah,
probably on. Then there was like a Pokemon, or if you're on like depends which, I forgot what channel. I think it was like WB or something. They would come on.
WB.
WB. And then there would be like a superhero. There would be like
Yu-Gi-Oh was on there.
Yu-Gi-Oh was great.
Yeah,
First
Batman,
season.
Superman animated
I don't even
series.
remember like the 3rd or 4th season of Yu-Gi-Oh, but the first season is elite. I rewatched it like 6 months ago. The first season of Yu-Gi-Oh is great.
Duelist Kingdom.
Duelist King, yeah. But
I liked Battle City the most.
That's when they start doing when they have like the new thing, right? And they come up.
with Merrick.
Yeah. So I had to rewatch that. I had to rewatch it to remember
That was
that.
definitely my favorite.
I love the
part of
first
show.
one with Pegasus. I just like the whole Pegasus.
Pegasus
And
is pretty great.
I used to have Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. It's crazy, dude. He was the gayest dude ever, but it was great. All right, we'll get
the beer going.
We'll get a beer.
Yeah,
We'll have a
we're
beer.
switching over. So
We'll
we're
switch
going
over.
back to the seasonal that we broke out last time. The good old Sam Adams.
And then
cold
we will
snap.
we'll drink
Never
a beer.
fails.
We'll finish this, and then we'll probably end it. Yeah. So I'm hoping I can like mix these two together. I hope you guys are. I don't care if you guys hear this, but I have to mix these 2 episodes together because we had a laptop fall over when I tried to plug it in, thinking that I could reach, but I couldn't. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about some movies. We're gonna talk a little bit about the UFC at the end because we have a UFC next weekend, and we're film fans, TV fans, but we're also entertainment fans, and we have the UFC card next weekend that we should be doing a companion for. So we're gonna watch it as we talk about it. It's gonna be an interesting one. There's some good fights. I'm gonna pull up the fights so I can talk about them real quick. UFC, I think it's 234. So, yeah, UFC. Probably way off on the number there. Yeah, 324, 230. So next weekend we have Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett.
Oh, okay.
Which is for the main event, which is it's an interesting fight because I think the winner of these gets the title shot. They're gonna be probably
Who's the champ at the 155 weight class now? Did they get a title shot or are they the new champions? Not Armin, Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya's a champion.
He didn't vacate I thought he vacated the title.
No, 145. This is 55.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's a good point. You know, did he go? He's going to 170.
I don't know.
I just think I like Ilya a
song's
lot. I
out
don't think
there,
there's any way he can go to 170. So this is not for a title, from what it says to me. So this is just a regular
Okay.
fight. But I think the
Okay,
winner
I'll do
is
that.
getting the title fight, whether it's versus Ilya or Ilya will go up. Cause Ilya's, he's got a lot of personal issues right now, right? He just had a divorce.
That's what I thought I read, but I don't know how. You can't tell. I guess I can't.
But I'm
tell
guessing
truth
it's
either.
going to be the winner's going to fight Armin if
Armin?
Ilya's not available, which I think Armin deserves it.
Yeah.
He just had like a really good submission win.
Yeah. Who'd he fight? Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Dan Hooker. He was like a good like what is it, like good like middle ground kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
Good journeyman. He's like a guy, if you beat him, you kind of deserve it. He's had really good fights against really good guys. I like Justin Gaethje a lot. I think he's great. Actually, our friend Nick Newell, who's he fought for World Fighting Championship, WFC or whatever. I think it was WFC, right? World Fighting Championship, WEC,
World Series or something.
Yeah, so it's pretty much it's like the what's on Paramount now? What's that called now?
UFC's on there now, right?
No, but what's on the not Paramount? What's on what's the other league?
PFL.
PFL. It's the old PFL. So the old PFL.
It was called like World Series of Fighting.
Yeah, WSF. World Series of Fighting. Our friend Nick actually fought Justin Gaethje for a title. Nick's really good fighter. He was born one arm, but it's not really doesn't really mean much for the fighting. He's a really good fighter. So he fought
Nick Newell on Fighting Arts Academy in Connecticut.
Yeah, so he fought Gaethje. So I like Gaethje. He's really good. I think he's going to beat Paddy Pimblett, even though Paddy Pimblett's grappling the last couple fights have looked really, really good. Some fights before that, he looked kind of shaky. Like, how would he do against top competition? I think Justin Gaethje is really good. I don't know if I need him to fight for a title again, but if he wins this fight, it makes sense.
The fight itself, I guess, kind of makes sense, and it's like it's a fight, so whatever's gonna happen happens. But it's you for some reason you want to see it play out like okay for both people, but it's just like it's a fight, so it's gonna go bad for somebody.
Yeah, for the other fights, there's a few good fights. The Sean O'Malley is fighting Song Yadong, which I think is probably will be the most exciting fight of the card. It's like both really good strikers. Sean O'Malley's really good got really good knockouts. He's long. He can really keep people at a distance. I think Song Yadong a little more compact, but I think he's like super technical, and I really love to watch him fight. I really love the technique that he does. So I'm excited for that fight. And then after that, there's a heavyweight fight. It's Derek Lewis is fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta, who is a 16-2 record. These heavyweight fights are always kind of hard to judge. I just think the heavyweight division is the weakest it's ever been ish. But I do think I don't really know that much about Waldo Acosta, but I do think that Derek Lewis always has that knockout potential. I think everywhere else he's got a good ability to stand up. Everywhere else he seems to falter if the fight goes past a round or so. But I think early on he's always dangerous. So that'll be fun to see. Yeah, so I think next weekend we're gonna do a 3-man, at least 3 people. Maybe have some more people yelling into the mic from a distance. But we're gonna do a companion at the Z Team training center. So we're gonna do it in Leominster at our coaches or Fitchburg. Sorry, it's on the border. Fitchburg at our coach's gym. We're going to connect to Wi-Fi and do all that. I think we're going to do the live stream right from there. We'll probably start during the main event, maybe a little before. And we'll do most of the card. I don't think we'll do the whole thing, but we'll definitely do the main card.
How late these things run. Sometimes it goes pretty late.
I think I was heard they're going to go a little earlier now. I hope they do. Because we're on the East Coast, so it's a little different time-wise. Yeah. So now the main event for East Coast time is 9. Instead of 10.
Incredible. Yeah, so, that 1 hour does. Setting it back that 1 hour definitely helps.
Yeah. So instead of us getting out of there at 1, we'll get out there at 12. It'll be a lot better.
It is nicer, yeah.
So that'll be that. And then, yeah, so tonight I'll do a little mini review of Game of Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Talk about Sir Duncan the Tall and Egg. And yeah, that'll be it. All right, Miles, anything else you got to say? Any stories? Anything funny you want to tell us about?
No, this has just been a good time. Like I said, we're just down here, the space, just shooting this and seeing how it goes. It's been fun doing this. It's cool to bumble along, and let's see what kind of improvements we can make going on, get more comfortable with this, and dealing with the setup and like all this other stuff. But like I said, this is just some beers with the boys, man. Like before anything else, this is what this is about first, and it's needed for sure. So.
Yeah, so next week, at some point we'll figure it out, but we're probably I think we're gonna do Rush Hour 2 next week. And then when we have a few categories we planned out, so we'll do next week, probably Monday or so, we'll have Rush Hour 2 out. After this one, I'll also have a couple of solo ones out before then.
We're also getting the process of that, picking our topics to go along with, to actually have the conversation. The point is to have the topics and to have the conversation come out naturally. But the more we get used to, figure out what the topics are going to be, then kind of having like a breakdown of that more, it'll just flow even more natural. It's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, hey, cheers.
Cheers.